Welcome back to Creepy Chronicles. Tonight we have a story from Taylor V. They write in, is this a ghost or sleep paralysis? This happened a few years back in a quiet little town that nobody thought twice about. I was living in this old house. It had a classic spooky vibe, peeling wallpaper and creaky floors. Anyway, I was alone that night, just trying to get some sleep. So it starts with this strange tapping, rhythmic and relentless. I'm laying there thinking it's probably just a branch hitting the window. But when I focus on the noise, it's too deliberate, like someone's tapping their finger right next to my bed. I'm wide awake now, and the tapping stops. Then comes this low guttural growl from the corner of my room. I'm no stranger to the sounds of the night, but this was something else. It's deep and menacing, and not coming from anything I could see. The air turned cold, and I felt this heavy weight on my chest. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. Out of nowhere, the room fell into darkness, like it was already dark, but it got dark. I fumbled for my phone, and when the soft glow lit up the room, I saw this figure at the foot of my bed. It wasn't clear, like a shadow had detached itself from the darkness. I blinked, thinking my eyes were playing tricks on me, but it was still there, a silhouette with piercing, empty eyes just sitting there. Fear hit me like a freight train. I tried to shout, but nothing came out. The figure slowly glided towards me, and that growl got louder. I feel its breath, icy and rotten. My heart was pounding so hard, I thought it might burst out of my chest. Then it whispered, so close it felt like it was inside my head. It said my name, not in a friendly way, but like it had known me forever. The voice was full of malice, every syllable sending shivers down my spine. I couldn't make out the words. They were like in a foreign language, ancient, like you'd hear in a movie. Suddenly the room was filled with these anguishing cries, like a church chorus of tormented souls. It was like a symphony of suffering, and I was stuck in the middle of it. The figure got closer, and I could see its contorted face. It was twisted and grotesque, like a mask you'd see in a bad horror movie from the 1980s. I closed my eyes, hoping it was all a nightmare. But when I opened them, I was somewhere else. I was in a dimly lit hallway, and the walls were dripping with this thick red liquid. It smelt metallic, and the cries were deafening. I stumbled forward, trying to escape, but the hallway seemed endless. Running down the hall, I turned a corner, and there it was, the figure, waiting for me. Its eyes locked onto mine, and I felt this overwhelming sense of despair. I reached out, and as its cold fingers brushed against my skin, I woke up, back in bed. The tapping had stopped, the growl faded away, and the room was back to normal. But the air was still heavy, and I could sense something lingering. It was the weirdest thing. I've had a friend talk about her sleep paralysis before, but that's only how it started. I was wide awake and conscious, and I couldn't move. But then when I could, I went somewhere else. This thing was chasing me, and it seemed as real as if I was typing this, going to the grocery store, or hanging out with my friends. This is like the sleep paralysis demon took me somewhere else. I really just want to know if this was all just a screwed up dream, or has anyone else experienced this? I can still see it. It still seems so real, and normally I can't remember my dreams. That's why this seems so different. I wouldn't wish this experience on my worst enemy, and I hope it absolutely never happens again. Thank you for your story, Taylor V. I've only had sleep paralysis once, and I didn't even have the demon. I couldn't imagine what you went through. If you liked this episode and you want to hear more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.